Hey everybody, happy Wednesday everybody. Hope everybody's having a good day. Well, evening, I should say. And we're gonna start once our special guest comes on here. Hey Chris, how are you? We're just waiting on a few more people to come on here and special guests to come on here. And we'll start everything the way you guys want it to do. We're just trying to get our special guest on here. I know, I'm sorry you guys was late right here for you guys. I know a lot of you guys want to get yourselves comfortable. Hey Levi, I see you. Hey Melanie, how are you? I gotta come see you at our former job. Okay, let's get it together.
There we go.
There.
Hello, hello.
Hello, hello. How you doing?
I'm amazing. It's been one of those busy days.
Tell me about it.
Busy days.
It's,
The phone was ringing up until 6 o'clock.
It's been like that, especially getting birthday situations for me for next Wednesday. So
Yeah,
a lot going on for me, so I know exactly where you're coming from.
I get it. I get it.
Okay. Let me introduce you to everybody so that way they know who you are. For those of you that are wondering, your boy Kenneth right here, aka KTookes 85, has a special guest right down here who is a filmmaker, producer, all the above, Mr. Levi Otis. And Mr. Levi Otis, why don't you introduce yourself to everybody on here so that way they know who you are.
How you guys doing? As he said, my name is Levi Otis. I'm a filmmaker. I've been doing it now for over 9-10 years. The genre that I particularly work with is comedy, but I have dabbled in other things. I don't do just my projects. I do videos. I've done videos for Tyga. I wrote for Netflix for a popular Netflix show. I do a lot.
Let them know what you're written for.
Say that again?
Let them know who you're written for.
A show for Netflix called Back on Our Block. I wrote for that. I got a chance to write an episode for the final season of that show, and that was dope. I bought a house behind that check.
Anywho, Levi has been a long-time friend of mine, and I'm kind of glad he's happy to come on this show.
Yes, I always got time for you.
Of course you do. Because it's been a long time coming since he and I have been friends for a while, so it's just a good time that he actually had time to, for his busy schedule, to come and see the KTookes spot and all the above, even though he's known how I am on my stuff. So
Yeah.
I've been doing and everything. Like, I know you've been doing a whole lot and everything, but at the same time, let's get to personal stuff before we get into the more professional stuff. Because we know,
Okay.
because with COVID and everything and the whole pandemic and everything has been going on for a bit, and things are starting to open back up and everything. How did it treat you? If you don't mind me asking you.
COVID. Well, actually, COVID afforded me the opportunity to pay off all my credit cards because I wasn't going to brunch all the time. I wasn't traveling all the time, so I wasn't going shopping all the time. So that opportunity actually gave me time to pay off all my credit cards, and I have a lot of credit cards. I have like 16 of them, but I paid them all off. It gave me time to contemplate. Actually, during the pandemic, I guess I was sick as well. I had surgery from cancer and everything. So, I mean, I was pretty much still for the most part, but I was still writing.
Miss Levi, when you say cancer, let everybody know your status right now on that.
Oh, I'm good.
You can't answer people thinking like, "What's your status right there?"
No, I'm good. The surgery now has been over a year, and now is when you take all these tests that make you nervous because you got to wait to see what's happening. But the last test I took, I think it was called a PET scan, something like that. Well, anyways, they came back and was like, we don't see anything growing. So I was like, I'll take that. I'm going to go on vacation. So
thank God for you.
Yes. So right now, everything in that department is good. And I'm happy to say.
Okay. I appreciate everybody who's on this live right here, because I know a lot of you guys, you're going to see this on YouTube.
Hey, everybody.
So anybody that's following Levi, you can follow me too. Follow Levi if you're following me. So that way we all have a continual blessing of love.
Right.
But
follow up.
Okay, but let's keep it real with you guys. So that way you guys know Levi and I, we've been friends for a long, long time, like I've shared in the beginning. And he's actually been a great friend to me, because he's actually one of the people that actually actually gave my YouTube show mad love. I don't know if you know that.
Yes, we go way back. No.
A lot of people don't know that, but let everybody know other stuff you've written for, what you've done behind the scenes, like on other popular shows. So that would, because I know because I've heard some other stuff, but I want you to actually say it for yourself.
You know what? It's funny because I always be like, oh, I should have wrote a list. But I forget. I forget a lot of stuff. Like I said, here lately it's been blessings on top of blessings on top of blessings. Like I said, I've done projects with other people. I've mainly done my own stuff, but like Back on My Block for Netflix was a big show. That was a big one for me. I also happened to write another show for Netflix. It's not out yet. I can't say too much, but I co-wrote 2 episodes of that. And the funny thing is, I went into a meeting with Netflix maybe about 2.5 years ago, to pitch a show of mine. And they liked it, but they didn't like it. But, they were like, well, we have this going on. Let's see what we can do with that. And, I got in there and I showed them what I could do with it, and boop, whoop, there it is. So, yes.
But a lot of people know you were behind the scenes. You were on, about like shows like The Parkers and all that. People know about that.
Yeah, well, I never wrote on The Parkers. I was on The Parkers.
I never really.
I never wrote.
I'm not saying you really wrote on The Parkers.
Yeah.
Whatever.
Yeah. I got to work on that show. I didn't write it, but I got to work on a show, which was very, very fun. I enjoyed it. I've been blessed. I worked on a show called Dead Diaries that was directed by Megan Good, from a friend of mine named Mike. That was a beautiful experience because that was the same time that I met Karrueche Tran and Chris Brown. So, we're going back some years.
I love both of them individually. Even though I know certain people have their moments, but I love both of them individually.
Well, yeah, you know what? Karrueche became like a really cool friend. So I see her more than Chris.
Yeah.
But,
Karrueche's
but yeah, it's a vibe. And she's busy working. She's doing the thing. And I'm so happy for her.
Mm-hmm.
Yes. So happy.
And we know Chris is Chris Brown, who's a Grammy Award-winning superstar in his own right.
He is, and he's maturing. So, we ain't gonna let nobody talk about my boy.
Hold up for a minute. This is not no bashing moment. So that way, for people for real, Chris Brown is my fellow Taurus brother. I'm May 4th. He's May 5th. No bad love between he and I. It's nothing but love.
Yes, and that party's gonna be amazing, and I can't wait to be there. Woo!
I'm doing a couple little celebrations for my birthday, but you ain't gonna be there. But one day we gotta figure out how we gonna do that for when you and I come be together one of these days.
Right. I got you.
Anyways, a lot of stuff you've done and everything, like from the early success, we're gonna get into the stuff you've done right now and currently right now.
Okay.
I want to go back to the beginning, like we were saying. How did you get started in the industry, if you don't mind me asking that question? Because I know some people, they get kind of like iffy about it, but what can you tell us about yourself as Levi Otis?
Well, when I was in high school, I was in the drama club. You know, I enjoyed that. Even in high school, I did a lot of writing. We would perform plays, but I had got with the advisor there and was like, hey, me and a few people, we want to do like a soap opera during our lunch hours, you know, our lunchtime. So we would do like every day was like 5 to 10 minute. We would act it out, and we would do it Monday through Thursday. And I would write out like this ongoing soap opera. Now, the funny thing is, and I said in another interview, that was still going way, way after I left. And it's been many years since I've been out of high school. But that actually was still going to like 2 years ago, right when the school closed. They continued to do that. I don't know what the productions was like because I wasn't there anymore, but I hope that they held the same standards. But yeah, so I did that. So I always enjoyed writing. Acting was fun, but you know what? I had so many things to do. You know, I was like, I don't got time to be trying to memorize this and memorizing studies and this and that and raise a kid. I was like, I ain't got time for all that. So I always concentrated more on the writing aspect. And that followed me through college. I went to college, you know, and we had to do, well, we didn't have to, but I joined, you know, a group there, a drama group there. It wasn't intense like it was in high school. So, you know, but I did that because I wanted to stay active in college. And, you know, they always like, while you in college, you know, you want to do different things, meet different people. So I, you know, I stayed true to that. After college, I was moving. I decided, you know, I was like, I want to move to California. You know, I'm tired of out here on the East Coast. You know, it's cold. I don't like snow. I was born with snow. I don't want to, you know, take snow off the car. So I decided to go to California. So, you know, I went to California, set roots up there. Me and a friend went to the Beverly Center one day. And at this time, like when I moved to California, I had real long hair. It was like down the middle of my back. But I used to always keep it cornrowed. But when I got out here in California, the braiding situation wasn't like it was at home. You know, at home, I go to the shop, you know, she wash, condition it, blow dry it, braid it, pow, $25, I tip her $5, you know, $30 out the door. At that point, I was getting it done every week. But when I got out here, it was like people were charging like $65, $75 then, you know, so imagine what I'm paying now. But they were charging that, but it wasn't even full service. Like I went to a place in Leimert Park that I came across, and she, like, you know, I took my braids out, and I was like, she sat me down in the chair and was putting Vaseline on my scalp, and I was like, whoa, ain't you gonna wash and blow dry my hair? And then she was like, it's a sink over there, you can wash it. And I was like, you know, whoa, what are we talking about? But yeah, it was some ghetto. Needless to say, I never went back. Actually, and I cut my hair off, I think after that braid, I cut it off. But anyways, so I was in the Beverly Center with a friend of mine, and we were just out there shopping, and a guy walked up to me and approached me and was like, you know, hey, do you do any acting? And I was like, you know, I dabbled in it in high school, you know, college, whatever. I haven't done anything of recent. So long story short, I really thought the guy was flirting with me, and I was like, he's a creep. So he gave me his business card, and my homeboy was like, yo, you know, give him a call and see what it's about. I believe this might be something. So I was like, okay. So I did. I gave him a call.
Hold on, Mr. I don't mean to be rude or whatever.
Okay.
When you were doing all that, when exactly did you, and I know if I'm overstepping my boundaries, please let me know if I'm being wrong. Now,
okay.
Say you dealt with the Parkers, but have you ever visited the set like of the short-lived like sitcom like South Central, like Moesha, by any chance? If you don't mind me asking you that question.
No, but I've come across Ray J a lot. But no.
Okay, go ahead.
No.
Okay,
I haven't. And that was a little bit before my time living out here. No.
Oh no, the reason why I ask that because you know a lot of times a lot of people don't realize the shows like coincide with each other. Like we all know the Parkers is a spinoff of Moesha.
A spinoff of Moesha, yeah.
But a lot of people don't realize Moesha, the show South Central that you know that Lorenz Tate, Tasha,
right,
a lot of them did. That was basically like Moesha.
Yeah.
And, Tina Lifford, who's on Vi on Queen Sugar on network. Like South Central was the opening for Moesha, then like the Parkers. So it's just like
and I actually like South Central. It was a short-lived show, but I actually like South Central.
Yeah, no, that's what I'm just saying. So that way people would know, because I know some people they probably gonna be in and out on our live, probably not even paying no attention.
Yeah.
I'm saying, because I know I'm talking to you, so I know you and I, no matter if it's one viewer or two viewers or whatever, I know we're talking like for real. That's why I ask you straight up, because I know sometimes you may know a little bit more than what I may know. So that's why I feel like with this interview, we can actually get, you know, things come across, and we don't have to feel like, oh, I think I'm superior than you, or I think, I know I'm better than you. You know, some people, they think like that when they interview a certain person. I'm like, no, I figure like, because, you know, we go way back. Really,
true.
We could really go do the ODB and Mariah thing, so we go back like, baby, oh, they know that. But at the same time,
that's funny.
now you know me for how long now, and you know I'm silly.
Yeah.
You know I'm silly.
Well, like I said, it's been a long time, so
it's been a long time.
It has to be going on like 9 years, 7, 8 at the
Because I'm gonna tell you straight up, because you've known me for 9 years. That's what a lot of people don't realize. But at the same time, when December 2nd comes of this year, it'll be 10 years since I've done the KTookes spot.
Okay.
And you've known me for that long.
Yeah, see, that's coming up on my show, Underpaid.
You've done a whole lot of stuff, and I feel like a lot of people don't really give you your flowers. And I feel like, I know things have happened. I know people have their moments when they have certain stuff, but at the same time, you know, we're gonna move on to that. But at the same time, let's go into, like, I know we went to a lot of stuff what you've done, and I brought up stuff like Moesha and like, and you know, like, you know, South Central and the Parkers and everything.
Yes.
But, and I know, let's get to stuff you've done, because you've done a lot of stuff like Unpaid. You've done Christian Brothers. Let's go into what you've done. So let everybody bust up, brother.
I will do that. But real quick, I do gotta let people know. I was in Survivor's Remorse. That was on HBO, I believe. HBO or Showtime. But yeah.
I never really, I'll be honest with you, I never really cared for that show, but at the same time, I try to give it a chance, but at the same time, if you've been on there, I gotta really check on some other things. But
yeah, I got you. It only did 3 seasons. Yeah, it only did 3 seasons. But
I thought it was 4.
No, I think Survivor's Remorse only did 3. Yeah, I think it only did 3. I mean, it didn't make a difference because I didn't make it. I wasn't there. I mean, you know, so it was what it was.
No, I understand, but at the same time, people got to realize you've done a lot of great stuff, you know, just for you being you. And I think a lot of people, and it kind of obsessed me that people, hey, Miss Stevie, this is well, I call him the living legend, darling, Miss Stevie, Mr. Levi Otis, who's actually like my big brother. So, you know, Miss Stevie, she's like my little sister. So that way,
hey, little sis.
But I'm just like, you know, Levi, that's another person you should do an interview with, Miss Stevie from Style by Stevie or Daytime. She's great, and I feel like if you do something with her besides me, even though you know ours is going to be the bomb regardless, but you know hers is going to be great too on her own. But
well, hit me up. I would love to. You know, I got so much going on. I have a lot to talk about right now.
Yes, you do. And everybody, make sure you follow my sister on here, Style by Stevie _Daytime, and make sure you follow Levi Otis on here. So make sure everybody follow both of them. That's like my little sister and my big brother right here.
Yes, please do that.
Follow both of them. I ain't gonna say what I really want to say about following both of y'all because I don't want to sound like I'm being disrespectful. So it's some way to say. But no, it's nothing bad. But, you know, well, it's going to seem bad to people, but they're going to think I'm being silly, but I don't want to say that out loud. I'll tell you that off camera.
That part.
But at the same time, can I ask more questions? I know we're going to get more questions from you guys. So I don't want you guys to feel like, oh, am I boring you guys? Because at the same time, I'm just letting you guys know because I've been friends for so long. So it's just the first time I can actually ask them these questions for you guys to know about them. So other stuff that you've done and everything, what made you want, like, I know when you did the producing, and, you know, like just everything like that, what brought that up? Don't mind me asking.
One, I'm a Virgo, so I like order. I like control.
Virgo? Wait, if we say Virgo, what's your birthday?
August 29th.
Okay, go ahead.
Yeah. So I like control. I like order. So the aspect as far as me producing and all that stuff, I learned after my first show when I came out with Levi and LA Films, and I put my second show out under my name.
Mm-hmm.
I just learned that it was, you know, I like control and order, and I like things to go my way, because I would see things on other productions or other places, and I didn't quite like that. And I was just like, if I was doing that, I would do it this way. So that's really what happened, you know, because a lot of times when you're doing projects, if you can find someone that's passionate about your project the way you are, that's a good fit, keep them. But a lot of times, you know, people come on to do the project because they're getting paid. So it's just to them a gig. It's not a passion for them.
Gotcha.
You know, so a lot of times, you know, I would just do things myself, because I was like, if you're not going to come in and treat it like a passion, you know, then you're not going to be the best fit for me, because I need to give it my all, because I'm using my money. Mm-hmm. You know, so that's how I really got into producing. I mean, I produce for other people, but just from that, I knew what to do and how to do and how to navigate. And I was just like, I want to do more of my own. Now, I don't like doing all that myself, wearing all those hats, because it makes me very exhausted to produce, you know, to direct. I mean, especially if I'm on top in front of the camera as well. You know, I'm doing set design. You know, I'm doing props, I'm doing, you know, it's a lot. So, but, you know, I do it because I know I'm not going to let myself down.
Hold up, man. Yeah, you know, I know some stuff, because, you know, even though I don't do that stuff like that, hey, Ahmad, I see you on here. But at the same time, I know how things go on here and everything, because, you know, sometimes, you know, we've talked about certain stuff off camera, about certain stuff about how things go.
Mm-hmm.
But how does it really make you feel now that when you see some of the blessings that you have put out there for years come out to you right now, if you don't mind? And I know when let me rephrase that. How do you feel like your most blessings are coming out right now? I don't want to say, like, do you mind me asking, but say, how do you feel right now when you see, like, all the stuff you've worked hard for is coming to reach for people to be like, oh, wow.
You know, it feels good. It's like I see the fruits of my labor. And I must admit, it's an amazing feeling, you know. I'm enjoying the ride with all the, you know, struggles I've been through or anything else. It's like right now I can see where all I did is, you know, paying off, you know, and I'm going to tell you, it's the best feeling in the world. And part of it being the best feeling in the world is I'm able to share that with other like-minded people, you know, other actors that I work with who, you know, I'm like Tyler Perry, I'll use you again and again. You know, Spike Lee, use you again and again. So it's like, to be on this journey right now, it's amazing. I mean, it feels really good, and I'm sharing it with the people that I want to be sharing it with.
I'm glad to hear that, because, you know, sometimes you really don't, because, you know, a lot of times when we think of our people, sometimes our people, we may not be the best versions of our, you know, to our own people. And people may think that, okay, there's some, you know, there's some bad blood, or they maybe think that, okay, we're angry, you know, when we do it to our own people.
Mm-hmm.
But how do you go from not letting that mess up what you've done, you know, what the body work you're trying to do, to actually put people out there? How do you kind of manifest or kind of balance that?
Well, first of all, I'm going to start by saying I have integrity. So, you know, I'm going to always treat anyone the way I would like to be treated, first of all.
Mm-hmm.
And, you know, like I said, if I invite someone into my circle and we're doing something, this is what we're doing. And you're going to be in that circle until you remove yourself. And once you remove yourself, you know, I'm fine, you know, because I have integrity, and my eye is on the prize, and I'm just going to keep doing. You know, that just lets me know maybe you weren't meant to enjoy this ride with me. So make room for somebody who's, you know, who's actually going to ride this with me till the wheels fall off. And I'm perfectly fine with that. Like I said, you know, people come and go all the time. And, you know, I deal with it, you know, because at the end of the day, it's almost like a job. Like if you're working a job and someone gets fired or they quit,
mm-hmm.
you know, it is what it is. They're just going to replace them and keep it pushing.
Exactly. I totally agree.
You know.
Now, let me ask you this, because, you know, you have so much stuff. Like, you have Christian Brothers. You have all these other, like, projects, you know, like Unpaid and all. What's been your favorite project you put out there that, you know, when you say, you're like, damn, I really did, I did that. And I'm like, I have no regret on it, but at the same time, I'm like, damn, I really did a great job on that. What's been your favorite project?
It's hard to say. It's hard to say because you figure every time I create something new, it's my baby and I'm putting energy in it. You know, right now, I have many things going on and I have many things coming up that I'm filming, but I would have to say right now, King Dope. The show I did, King Dope.
Boy, hold on. Don't say too much about that because we're going to get into that in a minute. We're going to get
to okay. That. Well, that one, and I could even say Braden. Braden was my baby. Mm-hmm. I enjoyed doing Braden. But, I mean, to take it back to the roots, I enjoy all of them, but Underpaid was like my baby. Like, that's the first thing I ever written. Then I did a second season, and I seen how it blossomed from first season to second season. So, and I met a lot of people when we were doing Underpaid that I still have relationships with today. Mm-hmm. So, yeah, I probably would say Underpaid. You know, that was like the original, OG.
One of my favorites. I'm going to tell you straight up, it was one of my favorites because I remember when you first came out, because I remember you used to hit me up, be like, yo, Kay, check this out. I remember you used to tell me, like, yo, Kay, check this out. Mm-hmm. Everything. But, you know, a lot of stuff you put out there, I'm going to tell you straight up, I feel like you put out great stuff, but I feel like the industry didn't really give you that love.
Well, you know what? They did. The industry is first of all, it's a business. You know, and you have to learn that. And I mean, I learned that quick, which is why, you know, as things progress, you know, I worked to start doing things on my own, you know, hence I started getting, you know, distribution deals with Amazon. So I quit putting stuff on YouTube, or I would put it up there at a later time, or, you know, just little projects to hold everybody off until I came out with something larger I would put on Facebook. You know, or IG or something, or maybe even YouTube, you know, be like, hey, something's coming, but I wanted to give you this just to keep you guys at it. But it's a business at the end of the day, and I don't want to say that I didn't think that they gave me love. I just would like to think that they were watching me because, you know, when I did Underpaid, I actually got hit up by Adult Swim who saw it on YouTube. And they wanted to negotiate a deal with me. Just so happened the deal wasn't beneficial to me. Yeah. And it wasn't even so much about the money. It was about other things.
Yeah, because when I heard they wanted to just let you know what I've heard. I heard they wanted to try and they liked what you were doing, but at the same time, they were trying to take your name off of it and make it their own. That's what I remember hearing. Yeah. If you're wrong, you know, please let me know if I'm wrong, but that's what I used to hear. Because, you know,
that's what it was. That's what it was, and I mean, I've never been quiet about that. But that's what it was. So it was like, you know, and some was like, you did right, then others was like, well, I probably would have took it, and once I got my foot in the door, I could have did other things. But I'm like, well, that's not guaranteed. You know, you're taking my name off some stuff that I wrote. So that might not be guaranteed. You know, so my theory is you can't miss what you don't have. And it's like now, you know, I got things in place, so I've been toying with the idea of making Underpaid into a movie, you know, writing the original Underpaid movie. You know, so because I have a distributor for it already, if I choose to go that route.
Now, I know we get into the acting, we get behind the scenes and everything, but who are some of the actors that you feel like who have brought the best out in the beauty of the work that you've done? Because you feel freaking shout out right now, and I want you to shout everybody out who you feel like they have given the best out of your work, because I feel like you put out great work, and I feel like people don't really give you your flowers. And can I say it straight up to you before you say anything? I want you to know straight up, because, you know, you've been my friend for a long time, for 9 years, almost 10 years. You have put out great stuff. People don't really appreciate you, but I want to give you your flowers, let you know you've done a great job in everything you've done, and I want to let you know that don't stop doing anything that you're doing right now, because I feel like at the end of the day, you put out great stuff, and people may not resonate to it, but at the same time, you've done a great job. So I want to make sure you feel that from me as a person, because, you know, as your true friend, and not as a friend on social media, but, you know, we've known each other for a while, so it's like I want to let you know that you put out great stuff. But who are some of the people that you feel like
Well, I appreciate that.
work that you've written?
That I worked with, I mean, it's been a lot. I mean, you know, it's been a lot. I would have to say Jerry Wingo,
Okay.
who's in my latest project. I would have to say Darnisha. She's just a beauty. She came in the middle of something that I was doing, and I changed her role to something larger, like in a day. And she came on set the following day and was off script, was ready. Darnisha, you know, I love her. She does her thing. She's very professional. Nelson J. Davis, very professional.
Of course.
Very easy to work with. Bryn Mosley, very easy to work with. John Thomas, very easy to work with. These are all professionals. Simone Posey, great actress. She's been in a couple of my shows, and she's also on a show called Casting Net. And right now she's doing a play right now. Yeah. But she's great. My homeboy Chaz Heyman, King Dope. You know, these are some of the amazing actors that I have, and these are people that I've used more than once. And you know, I have a few other people that, you know, I'm trying to get things in order and gear so we can work together, because it's, you know, it's things we've been talking about. But a lot of those people that I just named are like, you know, my go-tos, my originals. You know, when I ask, they come, they show up, they show out, you know, and they just do it. And I don't want to forget my boy Malik, because Malik, he does the damn thing too. You know, he can give you comedy, he can give you serious.
But what about Nelson J. Davis?
Nelson and I, we worked, well, we worked on 2 shows. Because I actually brought him on second season of Christian Brothers, because we were going to do a spinoff of Braden, which is a spinoff of Christian Brothers. So I brought him on for that, because him and I had already been talking about doing something together. So yeah, but Nelson, he's a professional. You know, he comes in, he does what he asks. You know, he don't deal with set drama. You know, he come do what he got to do and leave. You know, and I love him for that. You know, like I say, he does the thing. And, you know, he and I, we are doing a Brayton movie. So, you know, I'm working on that now between everything else.
But if you want to put that shout out there, you can let everybody know that, you know, we're going to do it like that in the Dot Evil with the lit. Well, you know how I'm doing it right now. You can put that out.
Yes. But those are all my people. Yeah. So, and as I create things, I try to create things. And, you know, everything I create is not going to be right for everyone that I know. But a lot of things that I create, I try to create with a couple of them in mind. If I can't get you all at one time, I get a few of you, you know, so yeah.
Now, you know, I'm going to be a little nosy because, you know, I'll be on your Instagram. So, you know, I'm being really, really nosy. Your friends, where I know y'all hung out. I think I hung out one time. Maybe I'm wrong.
Who?
You want to correct me on this? It was Jensen Atwood. You know, everybody know him as Wade on.
That's my Virgo brother. We hang out all the time.
Together?
That's my Virgo brother. We hang out all the time.
Okay. Oh, Virgo?
Yeah.
He's a Virgo, too.
Yeah, he's a Virgo, too, the 25th.
Okay. But ask me, you know, a lot of people wanted me to ask that question about, like, is he working with Levi? Because, you know, people have asked me that question.
Yeah, we've talked about some projects before, and I do believe that that's going to happen.
Atwood, if you're watching this,
in the future,
love for you. This is no bashing love. This is love right here for you, brother.
Yeah, but I believe what is he sending me a response for? But yeah, yeah. So we're gonna work on something. But yeah, that's my Virgo brother. Like, you know, like we're real for real friends. Like,
oh no,
you know, we call each other, we hang out. No.
Y'all genuine friends. We could tell that. Now,
yeah.
Now I'm gonna get a little off the acting and everything. We're gonna still go into it a little bit, but at the same time, you know, we know you do a lot of acting. You know, you do all the producing and everything, which you're great at doing.
Thank you.
But let's say, for instance, for yourself, we're gonna talk about you as Levi Otis.
Okay.
What is Levi Otis' dream role that he would love to play in maybe like a movie or maybe a play or all the above? What would he love to play? You know, even if it's multiple different roles that you have in mind, let us know.
Well,
you know, people probably want to they don't really know already.
That's hard because, like I said, I like comedy, but and I will say this, I'm actually yeah, I guess I can say that. I'm actually filming a movie right now for Lifetime.
Oh, really? Now,
Yeah, yeah, I'm filming a movie for Lifetime, and I'm actually playing a.
I mean,
Huh?
now you come up with that Lifetime thing, you gotta call me personally. I'm gonna give you my number so that you can tell me all that privately before everybody know about that.
You know what? It just happened. I mean, I really just started filming not long ago. I only got like 4 more days and then I'm wrapped.
Okay.
So yeah, but you know, that's different for me. You know, I'm playing like, you know, a pedophile, like a creepy,
Oh dear.
you know,
Really?
abusive pedophile. But you know, it is dope. The writing is great, and it's a Lifetime movie. So, and the funny thing is, someone actually seen me on an interview and reached out to me, and we chopped it up, and they offered me the role, like just like that.
Okay, that's nothing wrong. But what does Levi want to see himself doing a role as on his own? What does he write himself as being a role for his own right? Besides your own personal life, but what do you else want to see yourself doing besides your personal life?
Horror film, slasher.
Okay.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's what I want. That's what I would like. That would be dope.
Okay. Now, who's some people that you really, you know, your dream people that you know how you think about, like celebrities that you want to work with? You'd be like, I work with them. Who do you want to work with? And it could,
you know what? When people say that, I don't really have a long list of people, to be honest, because I'm more into indie. But I would say Janet Jackson. I would definitely love to work with her.
You said Janet Jackson?
I did. I would love to work with Janet Jackson.
Miss Jackson.
Why? Because she's sexy. I love her. I've always been a fan of her music, her performances,
you know,
her work.
Yeah. You know,
so I think her and I could kill something together. I think that would be dope because I would definitely want to play opposite of her. That would be just hands down dope.
Like I am, Mr. Levi. She's a Taurus like I am.
Yes, well, I'm just saying. That would be amazing. That would be amazing. But like I said, you know, I don't have like a long list. Like, you know how some people are like, oh, I want to work with Denzel, and I don't really have a list like that. I don't. I could think of more indie actors that I would want to work with.
Okay. But now, a lot of people, you think about indie artists, but what about the housewives? You know how you got the housewives of Atlanta, you got housewives of Orange County, Beverly Hills. Is there anybody that sparks your mind that maybe, you know, when you think
Candy?
Damn, maybe I could have
Candy, because she's a businesswoman. Candy.
Yeah, because Candy, I feel like that's my Taurus also. Yeah. In my Kim Parker voice, yeah. I think she will work well with you. And let's everybody know, when you're watching this, Candy, if you're watching this, and for people, don't want anybody watching this, Mr. Levi Otis is here. KTookes 85 is here. Follow us. You know, I would love to do a movie because I've never done a movie or whatever.
Lots of work, but it's fun.
You know, maybe one day, you know, if things align right, maybe Mr. Levi Otis and I can do something together one day. If I ever go to California, maybe we can do something.
Yeah, you gotta come to sunny California.
You're not gonna come to Cali, so at the same time, you never know. Things can happen. You know, who knows?
Facts.
If we can make things happen, we can make that happen.
Facts for your face.
I'm just saying.
I feel you.
We can make that happen because, you know, at the same time, I'd love to be I'd like to be on a comedy. You know, if you and I did something, I think I'd love to be on a comedy. Because, you know,
that's pretty much what I do.
Huh?
That's pretty much what I do. That's my genre of choice.
But I'm a silly person, period. In a good way, not in a bad way. Because, you know, some people are kind of silly, period, in a way we ain't going to go out there like that. But I think you and I think if we work together, I think a comedy, even if you put me in a drama, I think if you put me in the right element, I think I could pull the drama out. But I think that's the comedy part for right now. this is a comedy series, just maybe like a 1 episode, 2 episode, maybe a multiple thing. And
Right, yeah.
I would love to do something with you because I'm gonna tell you straight up, with you, I've seen the stuff you've done, and I feel like I would love to be on something you do.
Thank you. I appreciate that.
We'll talk about all the details, you know, when that time happens. So that way, if y'all want to see your boy KTookes 85 on Levi Otis, you know, like a production or whatever, y'all put it on there and let Levi know, so that way he'll know he can hire me on it. But at the same time, I will be a very nice and humble person on there.
Yeah, inbox me. Tell me what kind of role you see him playing.
Oh, I already know, but I'm going to tell you that privately. I'm going to tell you that when we got
camera. No, I'm telling them, the listeners, the viewers. I'm like,
oh, no.
Inbox me and tell me what you think.
Yes, on his platform in a comedy. What would you guys like to see me as? But at the same time, Levi, we had a lot. I just realized we talked about a lot about entertainment. But anybody have any questions for Mr. Levi Otis? Because I feel like pretty soon we're gonna get to the end. Because I know we've been talking for a while.
Yeah.
Questions for Mr. Levi Otis? You feel free.
Yeah, ask on, because I have a 6:30 appointment. No. Joking.
I just see me from my eyes like
no.
But
no, I'm joking. I have a 7:30 appointment, but not 6:30. But it's really around the corner.
But at the same time, people don't realize we're family. We've known each other for a long time. People don't realize we've known each other for so long, to the point where, and I'm going to say it straight up, I know Levi may not know this, but, you know, he's opened a lot of doors for me. Because, you know, at the same time, when I came out with the K2 spot, Levi's been one of the sweetest people who have actually shown me love. So I want to make sure you guys know that. Because I know some people, you know, I've heard some people, you know, background. Levi, when we get off camera, I'll tell you some people who have told me some not so good things, but at the same time, and it's people you may
and they might say that, but you got to ask yourself, where are they right now, and where am I at?
But you know, we're not gonna go there right there, because you know, at the same time, we're talking about us. Because you know, at the same time, people, I love everybody, so at the same time, I'll tell you that privately. But at the same time, we're not gonna make this a sad moment. But at the same time, you show me love. I've always shown you love. So that way, the love is genuine. And if any of you guys, whatever, I'm gonna give you guys a few more minutes. Hey, and I'm going through the comments. I'm sorry, Levi. If you see me gonna say hey and everything, I'm looking through the comments.
Yeah, I've seen that. Yeah, that's why I was like, hey.
Hey, how are you? If you guys have a comment for Mr. Levi Otis, please ask him a question. He's a very nice guy. He's like my big brother. He's like my big brother, because you know he actually gave me advice that I tell y'all about, but that's a different situation. And I'm gonna tell you some stuff that, you know, when we get off camera, after I finish saving this thing, I'm gonna tell you some stuff that I know, and I don't want you telling nobody on there. Okay?
Okay. Well, I will say this to bring you guys up to speed. I did a show a few years ago called Christian Brothers.
Yes, so now let's talk about Christian Brothers. What's going on with Christian
Brothers? Christian Brothers. And it won like several awards.
Hold a minute. Hold a minute. I reviewed the series. He knows, Mr. Levi knows I reviewed it. But I know it's a movie version, but go ahead and tell your story. I want you to just tell it and just say it like you mean it.
Yeah, well, I was just going to say that I did a season. We did a first season. It was dope, you know, won some awards. Did a second season, you know, got distribution for it on Amazon. It was pretty good. I went to pitch it to a company. And they told me that they weren't messing with series.
Oh, really?
But yeah, they said they weren't doing series. They were doing like movies. So they just told me, they was like, because I was pitching Christian Brothers, even though I already had distribution for it. But they were like, hey, we like that. And I was like, do you? I was like, well, you know, that's a series. And they was like, well, how about you re-edit that into a movie? And I was like, okay. I was like, well, give me a day or two to go back and watch all the episodes and make some notes and see if I could do that. I was like, because it was written episodic.
Okay.
You know, so lo and behold, I went back and looked and made some notes, watched again, made some notes. And then I was like, okay, I'm going to have to go shoot some additional footage. I was like, to make this work, and I'm going to have to do some narrative to make this work. But long story short, I made it work, and now it's out as a movie.
And congratulations to you, because I've seen it, but I didn't want to bring it up because I didn't want to, be one of those things where you got to talk about it really fully, because I didn't know if for real.
I am doing so many press runs right now on that.
Yeah.
And King Dope. It's like crazy. Like, I'm booked.
Right now.
But it was a blessing. And, and that's the good thing. It's a blessing when people are, starting to catch up and catch on to what you're doing, and wanting to, be a part of it, to do something with it. So, it's a beautiful thing. I want to do like a little party, but it happened so quick. I mean, I knew when it was coming out, but I had just had a premiere for King Dope. So I was like, and then,
But hold on a minute. When we finish with that, we're going to go into King Dope, because I feel like we haven't talked about King Dope, and I feel like that's essential for us to talk about.
Okay. Well, yeah, but I was saying I had a viewing party for that or whatever, a premiere. So because of that, and then, it just wasn't enough time to swing from that and to try to do something with this, because I would have wanted, like, all the cast to be there, just for us to celebrate. I would have needed time to get thank you gifts and everything, and I just didn't have enough time to pull all that together. So, and then, a lot of us live out of town. Everybody necessarily don't live here from that project. Like 4 people are out of town. 5. 5, yeah. So I was like, okay, so we'd do something or come up with something or something. But the thing is, it's out. It's a blessing. I'm glad. I got to watch it the other day. And I was like, this is dope.
Brothers on, so that way they know. Because, some people, they just wonder, Christian Brothers, what are we talking about?
It's on Amazon. If you want to purchase it, it's on Amazon. Or if you want to watch it and you don't mind the commercials, you can watch it on Tubi for free.
Harry said, if you want to mind the commercials, it's on Tubi, but it's Amazon Prime, right?
Yeah, it's Amazon, yeah. So you have to pay for it. You can rent it or buy it on Amazon.
Yeah, so that way people will know. I just want to make sure that people know that, because I want to make sure they support you while we're talking.
So, yeah, that's 2 of the places that you guys can, see it, support, get your laugh on. It's funny. I was pleased with it.
Okay, now let's get into King Dope. Now, I've been wanting to ask you this for the longest, because I'm going to tell you straight up. I'm going to tell y'all straight up, because I'm sorry, Levi, I may go to our business, what we talked about personally. This brother want me to not produce, but review King Dope. But at the same time, I'd rather that we're on this platform right now, doing an interview with you, and you can talk more about King Dope than me reviewing it, because I feel like at the same time you talking about it right now, it would get everybody knowing what's King Dope. So if you don't mind me saying that, and I keep saying I don't mind, but what's King, Dope King or whatever thing?
It's King Dope. He's from here, California. Yeah, he's from California, from Inglewood, actually. I met him a few years ago. He's a rapper. He raps out here, and clearly he's been in projects of mine, so he acts, he models, he's an entrepreneur. He has, like, his own King Dope clothing line. Like, I know if you've ever seen my Instagram, you've seen pictures of me wearing, or I've been out in places, and I've had on the King Dope merch. So, like I said, he's a really good friend of mine, and back when we were working on Another Quaver Shot Moment, I was just looking at him, and I was like, he needs his own show. I mentioned it to him. I was like, I think you need your own show. And he was like, for real? What are you thinking? I was like, give me some time. So, I came back, and I presented him with a script. And I said, I think the synopsis of this would be, your name is Chaz, but your stage name is King Dope. So it's basically Chaz becoming King Dope. And the comedy is, the inappropriateness he comes across, you know, when common people on the street, because he's now getting well known, who don't know Chaz from King Dope, and they're being inappropriate, be it someone's mom, someone's grandma, you know, or someone in church, you know, whatever. So we make light of it, and he does like commentaries, you know, throughout the show. So he's in your face, giving his thoughts and, you know, situations, how things happen. So yeah, so that's what it's based on.
I mean, I don't mean to be rude by interrupting, but how many episodes are we gonna get of King Dope?
4.
Okay, carry on.
Yeah, 4 episodes. We're working on. I'm actually shopping deals with that right now. Like, I've been going back and forth with emails all week, you know, looking for like a home for this. I do have a particular place that's interested, and I wanted to go there, but I want to seek other stuff first and see if I could have a deal with someone else, non-exclusive, and still put it over there as well. Okay. You know, that's what I would like to do. If it don't work out like that, I might not be able to put it on my, you know, on my homie's channel.
Okay. Now, can I ask you something?
You know, I have to go from I got to take it from the business side.
Now, something came to my mind. I'm sorry, I didn't mean to cut you off when you were talking, because I respect you as a person. Now, what is Levi Otis' dream role, or maybe a biopic that he maybe wanted to do that maybe we would be surprised to know that he wants to produce and he wants to put out there to life, so that way people will get to understand of maybe that person, or person in general?
Maybe Lunel.
Okay. Lunel.
Yeah.
Yeah,
I actually tried to get Lunel in King Dope.
We love her to death, and Lunel, if you're watching this, we like you.
Yeah, I tried to get her in King Dope.
Go ahead, Levi. You can talk.
No, I was saying I tried to get her in King Dope, but the schedules didn't line up.
Okay. But
yeah,
if you know Lunel, tell her to call me. Tell her to hit me up on here. You know how to, because Levi knows how to get in contact with me. If you want Lunel to come on here,
yeah, that would be dope. That would be dope. She's dope. And I don't think she gets nearly as many roses as she should be receiving right now.
I agree.
Yeah, so that's where I'm at with that.
Any other projects you want to talk about that you want to put out there that maybe people haven't done, that you feel like, okay, I have my platform, I want to do what I feel like is right?
Well, right now I'm just trying to tie up the ends on things so I can finish the Brayden movie. But I'm going to be shooting Case Management Season 2 soon. I'm working on a new project called, well, it's already done, called The Real Nico Live.
Okay.
I did Nico Live, but this one is The Real Nico Live. So I'm doing that. So I'm just trying to get those 2 filmed, so I can finish writing the Brayden movie, so we can set days and get that filmed and, get it for distribution.
Gotcha. No, we feel where you're coming from right there. But does anybody else have any questions y'all want to ask Levi before we start to really get into the end? Because we're about to get to the end.
Hey, Tyree. I see you, Tyree.
Hi, Tyree. Because I want to make sure we give everybody their shine, because I know we've been on here for a while. So I just want to make sure everybody get their love. Because,
yeah, that's my boy, Tyree.
Because, Levi,
let's go for drinks after my next interview. I have another interview coming up at 7:30, but we can go for drinks after.
Ooh. But it's so funny. We got these other, we got a lot of love going on for you, because you've been one of the people I've done a lot of interviews. Besides you, I've done stuff with Dawn Robinson from In Vogue and everybody else, and that's my interview that people have done. So, this has been one of the longest ones besides that one with her. But we give everybody love no matter how long it is.
Right.
Because, we don't cut nobody off when they tell their story. And I feel like I'm glad you're telling your story about stuff. But do you feel like there's anything else you want to talk about that maybe we haven't discussed, and maybe you haven't discussed, period, that you would like to talk about?
Well, I feel as though I gave you guys some history. I talked about the stuff that's currently out now, King that's coming out. So, yeah, I mean, I think I gave you guys a lot. If you think you need to hear more, write down questions, and he can always have me back.
We're gonna have. Oh, first of all, you got Mr. Levi Otis back on soon. So he and I will talk about that privately, but same time, there will be a part 2, so that way you guys will know. So I don't want you guys thinking this is gonna be the only part you guys see of him. It will be a part 2. He and I will talk privately. Levi, I'm gonna give you my personal information on that, so we can do a part 2. But at the same time, I just want to make sure you tell some of the stories that you want to tell right now, so that way when we get to part 2, we're gonna go more juicier. And I'm gonna here because I feel like you're gonna be doing more juicier stuff, so we're gonna go more juicier.
Well, at the end of the day, I'm a boring guy. I work, I create, I party, I travel. That's pretty much it. I keep my name clean. I stay out of trouble.
What is your? Because I think you have a child, right?
I do.
Son, daughter, what you have?
I have a son.
How's your son? So if you don't mind us asking.
Ooh, if I tell you that, then y'all know my real age.
I say all that. You have a son, so we're going to say son.
He's in his 20s.
Okay, so I'm gonna leave it like that because we ain't putting age on myself. So because my son, I'm 37, I'll say
he's in his 20s. But I had him when I was young.
No, we're not gonna judge you. But at the same time, I'll be 37, y'all.
Hey, Tremel, you really need to call me Mr.
May 4th, I'll be 37, so I'll put my age out there.
Well, there it is. Well, see, we in the same park.
But that way they won't put you out there.
Yeah, that's all right.
That's fine.
That's all right. I ain't over here cracking.
No, our black don't crack. Come on now. You know our black don't crack.
That part.
But at the same time, do you want to let everybody know where they can follow you on all the social media? So that way, you can send that to me anyway when we talk about we got camera. But at the same time, you want to let everybody know on here where they can follow you on social medias and all the above?
Sure. At IG is Levi Otis, LEVIOTIS. My YouTube page, if you guys ever want to go see some of my older work, just go to YouTube and type in Levi Otis, LEVI space OTIS, and I'll pop up. Facebook, Levi Otis. My Twitter, which I don't use too much, but is Levi Otis in LA. So it's LEVIOTIS, the letter N, the letter L, the letter A. Mm-hmm. And those are all the ways you can find me. Okay. And I respond.
That's fine, because when he saw this, that I put the flyer out there, he responded. So that way y'all know.
Yes.
And for those who are trying to hit me up, you can hit me up on Twitter, Instagram at KTookes85. And it's up here. So that way you guys don't say KTookes85. And you can follow me like all of the above. So that way you can follow me on Instagram.
Mine up there too.
Of course, this is Levi Otis, Twitter, probably Twitter and Instagram. But at the same time, you can follow both of us. That way y'all know, because that way y'all know we got that life in a good way. And we appreciate you. Yes. And I want to say this straight up to you. I honestly and I humbly thank you, because I know I hit you up. And I know you could have interviewed anybody else, but I really appreciate you for coming on my platform.
And I'm always going to make time for you.
Appreciate you for really doing this for real. And I mean that from the bottom of my heart.
Anytime.
I know you're like my brother, but at the same time, it really means a lot to me. So that way you will know. I'm really humbly grateful that you actually want to come on my platform. I appreciate you. And everybody, make sure you support Levi Otis. Make sure you support Christian Brothers Movie. Make sure you support, was it Underpaid or Unpaid?
Underpaid, yes. You can catch Underpaid on YouTube.
Make sure you just support anything that's with Levi Otis. Make sure you support everything my brother is doing, because at the same time, he's doing great things for our people. He's known people, the legendary ones back in the day. But at the same time, he's done great things, and I want to make sure you guys show him love. So that way, anybody that's on here, that's on Instagram Live, but at the same time, you're going to see it's on YouTube also. We show nothing but love and positive love. Because I will put this on YouTube.
All the time.
So we will put this on YouTube, Levi, and we're going to put
okay.
we gonna put a great thumbnail for you. So don't you even worry right there.
Okay, that's great.
Thing.
So I can share it even more.
Of course, you're gonna share it. Of course, he's gonna share it on YouTube and everything. The YouTube link that I have for the KTookes spot, and make sure you guys subscribe to the KTookes spot and go on. You know, if you want to follow the KTookes spot on YouTube, it's at KTookes spot. Make sure you guys do that, and you know, support Levi Otis. So I'll have his YouTube channel, everything. Once he prints everything out there for me,
you're welcome.
And you guys will have all the above. And like I said, Levi, thank you for everybody. We thank you so much. I know this may become a long-winded interview, but we want to make sure we give you the best. The boy Ken,
that part.
KTookes spot from Instagram Live, all the above, and we love you. So bye-bye, everybody.
Bye-bye, everybody.
And Levi,
be safe.
A minute after this interview.
Okay.